circumnavigated the globe in a week.
Really?
Oh my God.
All right.
Yeah,
How'd that go?
Cincinnati to Rome, Rome to Zurich, Zurich to Osaka, Osaka to Detroit, and then back here.
On business?
Huh?
On business?
Yeah, yeah,
There's let's see,
The worst flight that I ever did was on business.
That's crossing a lot of water.
yeah.
Flew from here to San Francisco, San Francisco to Taiwan.
They're all green.
Then I
And we'll just keep
spent
it
time in
along.
Taiwan, and then on the way back, we flew from Taiwan to Japan. And while we were in the airport,
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out why these signs
Why
were
is this?
shaking. You know,
What's going on?
Yeah, they're just saying.
Call to order the January 23rd, 2024 Harrison Board of Zoning Appeals. Gordon, if you could take the roll for attendance, please.
Wilson Montgomery,
Here. Finally.
Steve Berger,
Here.
Sonny Ross.
Here.
Bob Cox,
Here.
Joe Combs.
Here.
Like everybody, ask everybody to stand, say the pledge of allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Has everybody had a chance to read the minutes from September 26th?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
We have a motion on the
Second.
floor from Mr. Ross, seconded by Mr. Cox.
Wilson Montgomery,
Yay.
Steve Berger,
Yay.
Sonny Ross,
Yay.
Bob Cox,
Yay.
Joe Combs.
Yay.
All right, with there being no old business before the board, we'll get right to the new business. Case number 1411, zoning request to allow 6-foot-high privacy fence within the right-of-way and front yard setback, which is not permitted in an R3 zoning district. We have Taylor Golsch. Let me go ahead and read the case real quick. Taylor, are you here? There she is back there. All right, the background. Taylor Golsch had a privacy fence located on the corner of West Road and Carolina Trace. An application for the fence was processed but was voided when the owner withdrew the application. The fence was installed around 1994, similar to the previous application, noting a distance of 28 feet from the road. The fence sits about 10 feet into the right-of-way. The proposed Ms. Golsch was in the process of replacing the old fence at the same location when she was advised of needing a permit. The existing fence location was found to be existing non-conforming, and replacement will need to conform to current zoning ordinances. This quarter lot right-of-way setback is about 14 feet from the sidewalk, and code requires another 25 feet from the right-of-way line. Replacement of the fence would need to sit back about 39 feet from the sidewalk to conform to code. City Ordinance 114716F states no fence shall be in a required front yard. Past codes did allow for fences in the front yard, however, fences and structures were never permitted within a street right-of-way. Had the applied permit in 1993 been issued, the fence still wouldn't have conformed to the code due to its location in the right-of-way. All right, Ms. Gross, you plan on speaking tonight? Okay, come on up here, we'll swear you in. Did you already have a chance to sign in?
Have everyone sign in.
Yeah, okay. If you hadn't had a chance to sign in, just put your name and your address, please.
Okay.
Okay, raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Okay. Tell us what you got.
Okay. So first, I just want to say that my fence is already about 66% completed. That's taking 50%, so half of the fence is just setting all the poles. The poles are already set into concrete, put back into place, and then the other half I am saying for putting up the poplar boards, and we already have a third of it up, and it's on the side for my neighbors so they can keep their dogs safe. That was a major concern. The other thing I want to point out is that I did not realize that I needed a permit. I didn't think I'm sorry, I'm very nervous. I didn't think that since it wasn't brand new, it was just replacing and maintaining. I didn't think that a permit was needed, so that's why I did not apply for one. Kind of why we're here today. So one of the things that I was reading through the ordinances in 1147.16, it talks about maintenance. Fences shall be kept in proper repair and maintained so that they do not create conditions which endanger the health, comfort, or safety of the public. My old fence was in really bad shape. I don't know if any of you had a chance to see it. It was kind of leaning out towards the sidewalk. The doors wouldn't latch anymore. I was missing pieces in the front of the house. I have a dog, so I just put up chicken wire just to keep him safe. So the fence was definitely not following that code. So that's kind of another reason why I'm supporting my case and needing to replace it. The other thing is, kind of like you said, there was a fence there previously. So having a fence already in the same spot, I'm kind of a little bit confused as to why and like you guys had said in your overview, why you had allowed one fence to be there before and now it's a problem now. So I know you said that they withdrew it, so that doesn't still make sense to why you can allow one but not the other. And looking back also, I got on the KGIS online maps for the Hamilton County, and it has been there since 1996. It looks like it was my fence, so it's been there for a while. Kind of a long time for it not to be brought up as a concern.
Okay. Any of you guys have any questions for Ms. Gore?
Oh, I still have more.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I'm just trying to like
Just
read
taking your
through.
breath, right?
Catch it back up.
So, originally I was told that the right-of-way was 50 foot. I don't know if that still stands. I was just told that once and it was never really confirmed. I did talk to the Hamilton County. I did give them a call and it's only 30 foot. I know that that doesn't actually move the right-of-way line, but just kind of like, a thing of I was being misinformed, let's see, what else? I have a lot here, I'm so sorry, I'm just trying to go through it to make sure I get. Okay, so then the other thing that I kind of wanted to talk about regarding the ordinances is, the table that I received that says the setback requirements. It's definitely very confusing being a citizen and not understanding the legal, wording. But it's confusing because it says that the basic yard area and height requirements for a dwelling. So to me, reading that doesn't make sense to me because I have an accessory structure, not a dwelling. So that's also kind of concerning as to why we point to that. And if we do point to that, I feel like there needs to be something specifically stated that this is for the accessory structures and buildings as well.
Gotcha. Okay, understand.
Okay, so I have just a little bit more.
Sure.
Okay, so the two big reasons, and I know I'm not the only one who has gotten this reason, I've talked to a couple other people. So the two big reasons I was given is because they didn't want it so close to the sidewalk. They were afraid of dogs biting children. And the other thing is that it's my neighbor's front yard technically. So as far as the dogs biting children, I thought that was kind of a little weird because, we've all been kids once. I'm a dog lover. If I wanted to go pet a dog, I'm going to go up to the fence either way. So I don't feel like that's really substantial. The other thing is that it being my neighbor's front yard, I've talked to them and they are okay with it. So the purposes for me to keep this fence is that this fence provides me a great deal of safety and security. I have had people actually walk off the sidewalk along the front of my fence where it's at now, over across by my front door and down my driveway to the sidewalk. People just don't care because you're on a corner lot and they'll cut through. So the more I give them, the more they'll just cut through and the less I feel safe in my own home. The other thing is it provides privacy because it is a very busy road, especially when school is in session. So it provides privacy for me. Like I did say, I have a dog, and he just turned 1, and he has so much energy. And right now, it's the perfect space. He has plenty of room to run. With the fence being moved to where it's being suggested, that's cutting my yard over half, and I don't feel that's enough room for him. Let's see. Lastly, I feel that I should just let you all know that financially, I have put close to $10,000 in this fence already. And for me to move it, it's gonna cost me even more money. That's gonna be a big thing that honestly I can't afford at the moment. And then on top of that, I have also put $200 just in a temporary fence to keep my dog safe and contained in the yard. So with that being said, that kind of wraps up the majority of my points. Some of my neighbors are here tonight, and I was hoping that you all would give them a chance to speak.
Yeah, everybody that wants to speak will have a chance to speak.
Okay. Ryan, do you want to go first?
Is there anybody here in opposition to the fence? All right, if you're here pro for the fence, we're going to keep it short and sweet, if that's okay with you guys. You're very thorough.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So you need to sign in real quick there, put your name and your address, then I'll swear you in and off you go. In the meantime, can you state your name for the board, please?
I'm Ryan Harrison.
RyanHarrison. Gotcha. Can you raise your right hand for me, Ryan?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you a couple minutes here.
Okay. I live next door to Taylor, so my backyard sees her backyard. If the fence is brought closer, definitely be concerned for traffic noise, all that stuff. I don't have any objection to the fence at all. Taylor's a great person. She's really nice. She'll talk to my 4-year-old son for 20 minutes, and I'm kind of like, you can tell him to go, you know what I mean? She just talks away to him. She's the sweetest person. She works hard, takes care of her yard. Really great neighbor. That's all I really got to say.
Fantastic. Thank you, Ryan. I
Thank you.
appreciate it. Same as those guys, jot your name and your address in there for us. And if you would tell us your name in the meantime.
Chaz Campton.
CHAZCAMPTON.
That's correct.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
So I'll keep it brief, but as you can see, Taylor's got a pretty strong support system around her. This is just neighbors, and there's several that couldn't be here this evening. I think it's goes to show her character and what she brings to this community. I live 2 houses up the road, and I was giving Taylor a hard time. When are you going to replace that janky fence? It was an eyesore. It was a safety hazard. It was falling down. In my mind, Taylor made the right move to erect the fence and start taking care of what should have probably been taken care of years ago. And I appreciate the fact that she took the initiative to do that, because as a homeowner, that's only going to help my property value and keep my kids and my family safe when they're walking around the neighborhood. So Taylor, thank you for doing what you did, and I hope you all respect that decision.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chaz.
My name's Gary Mazzaro,
All right, give me the spelling on that last one, Gary.
Mazzaro.
All right.
I live,
Gary, let me swear you in real quick. Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yes, I do. Excuse me. First off, I'd like to thank the board for listening to us and our viewpoints on this. Really do appreciate you taking the time and giving us the opportunity. Taylor's lived right next to us. The fence is right on my property line. I don't have a problem with it. Like it's been stated, it's been there 20-plus years. Larry Kennett put it up. A prominent business owner lived there.
Now you're dating yourself, dropping Larry's name.
Replace sections of the fence, and there wasn't an issue. Now, I understand to live in a society with rules and regulations, we need code and everything. But I implore onto this board to grant Taylor a variance. She's been there 3 years. She's put more effort into her house than a lot of the people in this town just driving by looking. Chip paint and everything else that's in your guys' bylaws and code and ordinance, they're all over the place. This young lady's taken the initiative. She's moved into this area from outside of the Harrison area, and she's taken the initiative to improve her property. She's a great neighbor. I wouldn't ask for anybody else, and all I ask is you guys, please, give her the variance for this fence. Thank you.
Appreciate it, thanks.
Thank you, Gary. Mouse? All right, so nobody here in opposition? All right, guys, do you have any questions for Taylor specifically, or general discussion? I can kick it off. Taylor, obviously you've made a good impression in a short amount of time. Congratulations on that. Existing non-conforming, especially on a corner lot, is always a tough call, just because it's a very gray area, right? The board has a history of granting these variances. This is existing non-conforming, means it was already there, in my opinion. It's going up just as nice as it was before. Two things. Spread the word, all of you guys, go get a permit. Save you a lot of hassle, okay, from anything you think you're gonna do, houses, fences, barns, whatever. Get a permit, or if you're not sure, call. So, it is in the right of way. If there are any type of easements for utilities or anything like that, you're gonna spend another 10 grand because they're gonna tear it down. You're not gonna have anything to say about it because it is in the right of way. That's assuming that the board, what the board decides here tonight. So, if anybody else has any questions, concerns, comments?
I gotta say, you know, I wanna commend you because I saw this crowd and thought, man, there's gonna be an issue here tonight. That's generally what that means, but it shows a whole lot of support for you. And, my opinion is, it was there, it's been there since 96, 25 plus years, whatever it's been there. You know, I think that, my opinion would be to go ahead and to give it a variance.
Yeah, I don't, like I said, if this was brand new, it'd be a different animal, but she's replacing existing, which, I mean, if there was serious major problems with, I think what Bob has sent us out here, and I went out there and looked at it today, is one of the big concerns is traffic. Did we all turn right there with clear line of sight? It's been there for,
If this was a, hey, I started to put up a fence, didn't get a permit, and it was a fencing contractor, and it hadn't been there before, I'd have a problem.
I contacted the Harrison Police Department to see if there was a history of problems at that intersection. And I didn't get a good answer. They referred me to the Sheriff's Department. And the Sheriff's Department then referred me to the Engineering Department. And at that point, I gave up. I've lived here long enough that I don't see a pile of cars at that intersection.
Mr. Cox, may I?
Yes.
I back out and watch a line of cars run that stop sign. And if they're not running the stop sign, they're coming down West Road 35, 40 miles an hour.
Okay,
That's all 25 Street.
correct.
So is there a problem? Not with the sight line, because I
No.
can see them come right through.
Well,
no, that's what we're getting at. There's not, I don't think there is.
The fence is not a sight line is what I'm anticipating on my presentation. It's the, I guess it's a transformer box, that white box that's on the corner. That's really the line of sight issue. And, so I don't see, it's been there a long time and, I have no objections to the fence. I commend you on maintaining your property. We want more of that. It's an easy misunderstanding to replace an existing fence and not realize that there's a permit, so. Any other
Yeah.
discussion?
I think, you know, were we talking about a different lot, different circumstances, maybe it'd be a different discussion, but I mean, we're talking about an existing fence. It's West Road, it's busy. So I think the fence is appropriate there, so I don't have any real issues.
One of the illustrations I have is looking at how big your backyard is when you purchased that in 2021, and the expectation of how much you'd get cut off if we did that. And it is always a problem on corner lots. But we ready for a motion?
Yeah.
I'll call for a motion for approval of the variance.
I second the motion.
We have a motion on the floor from Mr. Ross, seconded by Mr. Cox. You guys want to make any recommendations? Do you have one?
Should be a condition concerning if there's ever any road work or any utilities,
Oh,
who's paying for this?
yeah, right. Well, if it's in the easement, it's her.
That's automatic, right?
Well, we can make it a condition.
not.
Just we'll make it the understanding, okay? So we'll propose the variance with the condition of your understanding that if that fence has to come down for any reason, it's gonna be on you again. And you'll probably wind up back here again, just so you know. Yes, sir?
I heard mention of the white box.
Yeah.
Which seems to be an enigma. We can't quite figure it out what it is. We see Duke supplies some dedicated power source to it. It looks like it might be a fiber optics chiller boot.
It's Cincinnati. It's,
Is that we have been told, unconfirmed, and this is one
Multi-fiber.
it's all.
that box is dated / outdated and was supposed to be removed 3 years ago.
Okay.
And if that's the case, could anybody here confirm or deny that, or?
No, that might be a really good question that you wanna follow up on with the county about utilities. You start start with Harrison Utilities, and if they don't give you a clear answer, go to the county and ask them, because you don't want to finish that fence and find out that thing's going to get torn down and then you're in the way. That's what we're making this condition, that you are understanding, that it looks like there's a motion made, you're going to get to keep your fence. I don't see that failing. But you need to understand that if that fence has to come down because of utilities, then you're back to square one. I would take that and run.
So I'll make the.
Okay, so we have a
I'll make the
motion on the
motion to
floor.
approve the variance with the condition that if utilities need to come in, it will be at the expense of the homeowner.
I second the motion.
Okay. Motion again by Mr. Ross, seconded by Mr. Cox. Will you take the roll, please?
Russell Montgomery,
Yay.
Steve Berger,
Yay.
Sonny Ross,
Yay.
Bob Cox,
Yay.
Joe Combs.
Yay.
And yay.
You know how, I gotta tell you something really, how refreshing it is to see, number one, you got this many people that will stand up for you. We don't
Yes.
have hardly anybody that ever come to these
That's
meetings for any
awesome.
reason. To have this number of people stand up for you, you got some good neighbors.
You definitely do.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming tonight.
And we're having our organizational meeting right after this, if any of you guys are interested on being on the zoning board.
That's the Tuesday.
I knew I recognized that Campton last name.
That's not us.
That's in this room.
Talk about that.
Wish that would've came in front of us.
The comment you made about the traffic and that was serious.
Hey, have a good night, guys.
Well, there are a lot of police that sit in the fire department.
Hey, Gary, let's get a motion to adjourn and then we can talk, we can chit chat.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Well, do we want to adjourn before organizational or no? Don't
Should
have
we
to.
not
Okay.
adjourn this yet?
Not adjourn before organizations. Okay. Okay.
Noted. All right. You saying they're making the right turn or they're coming straight? Okay, all right, they're rolling through, all right.
All the time, every day long.
Okay.
So used to sign checks for my dad, almost wrote power of attorney on there. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
want that.
Somebody hit it.
Oh,
Called the township or the city and that, they came and got it. Never put another one back up.
oh, okay.
So if you're coming from the high school towards the firehouse, the first 25-mile-an-hour limit sign, right there at the,
When you first come, before you come up there, yeah.
before you get there.
Right to the firehouse.
Slow down.
I always thought it was
Reduce sign.
or newish.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't, it looks like.
It's hard to tell since it's kind of,
But I've never really stopped long enough to look at it.
it's hard to tell since it's
Oh,
kind of cream
oh.
colored. If it were one of those green or gray ones, it's
Right.
easy to see it
Right.
fade.
Yes, dear.
Have a good
Thank
night,
you,
guys.
thank you.
All right, thank you guys again.
Yeah.
Yep, appreciate that.
That's the answer. That's the right one. You're welcome.
Mr. Bob Cox, thank you again. Appreciate your due diligence. It's always helpful. All right. Organizational meeting. Who wants it?
Hey, new leaders.
I'll jump in and say I have no problem staying in the position that I'm in or yielding it to any one of you gentlemen. I feel comfortable with any one of you guys leading the discussion if you feel inclined. Like I said, I had to go back and look. I actually I had an opportunity to move on from here that I didn't take. And in that process, I realized I've been on this board for 15 years,
Holy.
which is
It goes by quick.
yeah, I could not believe that. I actually had to go back to when I first had to fill out the paperwork for cell phones that we were going to get as a city employee. Then the cell phones went away, then the stipend went away, then the stipend came back, now the stipend's here, and now we're going to ask for improvement on the stipend. So, yeah, I don't mind putting in another year if you guys would have me. I also don't mind if anybody feels like they want to jump.
Well, you scared me. I thought you were gonna maybe say you wouldn't do it, so I definitely support the move.
Right.
For you to continue doing it, so.
Motion to maintain Russell.
Second?
I'll second it. Or we'll all second it.
Second.
Second, third, fourth, fifth.
I will gladly accept. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Really do appreciate you guys. Makes my job a lot easier having you guys.
I pretty much echo the same thing that Russell said. It's an honor to do it. I don't mind doing it again if you guys want me to. If somebody else wants to do it, that's something to be considered as well. I'm kind of in the same boat that Russell is there. That's where I'm at with it.
I'm happy to have you here. I don't know, any of you guys feel differently? Take an hour for everyone to piece. Or we need a motion.
I'll make a motion that Sonny stays second.
Thank you, Mr. Berger. Motion by Mr. Berger.
I'll second it.
Mr. Combs, second.
Appreciate it, guys.
All in favor?
All right.
Seems to be running smoothly, so.
We never meet.
Well, that's pretty smooth then. That means we're doing real good. You got your folder.
All right. We can adjourn
Oh, yeah,
this.
thank you.
All right. We need a motion to adjourn just to drive Jerry Wilson crazy,
Yeah.
since you just voted yes
You want
on
the paper?
Radisson land proposals. All
I'll
right.
make a
How do I
motion
turn
that
this
we
thing
adjourn.
off?